Hi there. So I've been doing a lots of gardening in this lockdown. So I'll show you what I've done so far, and also I'll tell you what I've been doing and what are my plans. So let's start with something which is very nice. I'm very happy with, and that's the spinach. So spinach, as I found out, it's actually a very suitable leafy vegetable for this weather here in UK. It's winter hardy, and I didn't know about that, but I found out um, by YouTube, internet, and it's growing and it's green lush. I'm really happy, and these are the ones that already in the bed. So I'm planting them on the pot. They're not going to go on a bed or anything. This is their place. But I found out that it's quite easy. So I've now sown a lot of new seeds over there. If you go there, the little this bits, so the more spinach coming, and I'll plant them somewhere. I have plans to make a raised bed here in my back garden, and this will go in there. So that's about the spinach. Now, so I've been trying to grow some other things like coriander, um, mustard, but I had still now I didn't have much luck with coriander, but mustards are really great. And I sowed them in April, when the after a week of lockdown, and this is the only thing that lived. Everything else didn't leave, or they didn't even germinate. So you can see the nice coriander, the mustards. The next one you see there is a onion. It's just some household waste, if you can say. It started sprouting in our kitchen, and I thought, let me plant that and see what happens. It's really growing, and it was actually broken. The little one actually broke the initial sprout, but it still lived. I was surprised to see that. So that's that. And as you can see in the little planter tray inserts, there's lots of different things. Most of them are now I've recently planted something in there, and lettuce is the leaf lettuce. 3 rows of them are leafy lettuce. It took a long time for me to germinate, so I germinated it somewhere else, and now I have planted them here. And once they grow a little bigger, then I will transfer them into possibly the square feet garden on the raised bed. So that's the lettuce. Then I have got some cucumber. It's not really growing, it's there for ages. Let me see the date. It's probably 5 to 6 weeks. Still I don't see much sprouting there. So I'm learning a lot of stuff. I just use compost to plant things. Normal compost you buy from the grocery store, or like Tesco, Asda. But apparently I'm supposed to add other stuffs like perlite or vermiculite, which can retain water, which I didn't do. But I think without knowing all this, I think I did well. Now see the other pot. I've got some dates. 9th of May. This tomato I planted 9th of May. I showed them in here, and I'm happy that they started growing. So it's 2 weeks. Yes, it's 2 weeks, and they're actually sprouting and I'm germinating. I'm really happy about that, because the first one I showed, it didn't really germinate. I was so frustrated about that. Then some peas are growing well, and some chili, green chilies. It's not much luck there. Hopefully I'll find another way. By the way, the tomato I planted, they are recycles from I've harvested the seed from my shoppings from Tesco. So it's a nice variety, the vine one. So Now I'll take you to these little plants. They don't look that great, but they're spring onions. Again, they have been there for ages, and they didn't really germinate. It took a long time. So finally, they have germinated. Now I've planted them here. This is going to be the permanent place now, and I have also sown some more spring onion seeds, and they will go in here, and probably some in the raised garden. Raised bed I'm going to make. Now this is, if you can see, this is butternut squash. We have planted lots of them. I don't think we need all of them, but the reason is we love the flower, butternut squash flower, because we fry them and we kind of batter. That's nice. So this is why we are growing so many of them. So I have to find some place for them, and also I'm not able to plant them in the bed because it's not time yet. We might still get frost, so I've kept them on the pot, but they will go on the bed somewhere. So that's what I've done. This bit, if you can show, yeah, if you can show the whole tray there. This is a nice beans, courgette and marrow seedlings. When they came out, when they started germinating a week back, I was so happy because they looked lush green, and I actually showed them on 3rd of May, so it's 24th, so it's 3 weeks. In 3 weeks they are actually doing well. And again, I have just used normal compost for this. I haven't till that time I didn't know much about perlite or vermiculite, so I'm not used anything else, just normal compost. So that's dwarf beans, those are marrows, and these are courgettes. All right. So now I'll show you some other things we have been planting. So now some flower planting. So you can see some marigold. Again, I was not sure how to plant them because initially when I sowed things, they didn't germinate. So I didn't want to take much chance. So I put them individual cells, and they have germinated. The two varieties, one is French orange boy, the other one is African crackerjack mix. African crackerjack mix. All right, so that's the flower. So this little greenhouse I got from Wilco because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on this. So, but I wanted to keep my seedlings free from frost. So that's what I got, and it has been useful. Some more, what's this, marigold, another variety coming up, and more spring onions sowed. It's only yesterday or day before yesterday. And these are again tomatoes. So I was trying to experiment with this egg, this bit, and it did work well, and they have germinated now. Again, this is seed harvested from my shopping. And finally, I was talking about not having much luck with coriander, but actually they are growing now. I didn't want to put a lot of them in because I was not sure. It's working now, so I think I found a way to germinate them, and also the frost chance is over now, so I think it will be easier for me to grow them now. So that's your coriander. Finally, I'm going to show you what I'm doing today. So this is a compost I have made by mixing different stuff. Vermiculite you get from Wilco. Then I've got some coir compost, and I've got the normal multi-purpose, or the gardener's multi-purpose compost. from Westland Gardens multi-purpose compost, a good quality compost I think, and I mixed them, and this is, I'm going to plant some beans, some few different types of one courgette and a lot of other stuff. So okay, so that's my plan, and that's what I've been doing. So I've learned a lot of things in these 2 months. So okay, so that's that. Now let's go to flower, back to flower. So this is dahlia tuber. So I know much about dahlia since in 2018. That's when we bought some dahlia from B&Q, dahlia tuber, and planted them in a garden, and they're fantastic. So they've had different varieties. As you know, dahlias are really nice, good looking flowers. So this is a tuber I have planted, and then from that tuber I have done some cuttings. From that tuber I have done some cuttings, and I have planted them here today. And this bit is my cutting tray. Again, I'm experimenting. I've used pour light and this and the different pour light coir and multi-purpose compost mix, and then planted them. Hopefully the rooting will happen. And this is a rose stick I planted. I didn't, this is not the plant, but it broke from our rose plant in the front garden, so I planted it here. Hopefully they will grow roots, and then I can plant them somewhere. Now this is another variety of dahlia. You can see a shoot, a green shoot coming there, and it's something we got from Amsterdam, I think, in 2011 2012. And but I didn't have an interest in gardening then, and we kept it, the tuber, alive in my previous house, and finally we've carried it here. And I'm going to do a lot of cuttings and plant them in my front garden. All these dahlias you see, there's another dahlia over there. So yeah, there's lots of plants and dahlias. So that's most of the thing I've done. I will show you some other plants as another plant which I love to plant. This is this radish. The reason I love, it's not that I love to eat radish, it's just that this, you can see those radish in 2 rows. Well, I don't, the reason I love planting them, because it is suitable for this cold weather, and you can actually, you don't have to take much care about it, just plant them and they will grow, and just keep watering them. So as you can see, I haven't weeded the rows yet, just experimenting. You can see lots of leaves being eaten, but hopefully they will be fine. And there's different varieties of radishes I've got, and hopefully very soon we'll get a harvest of this. So that's it, I think. That's it, I think. And when I do another video, I'll show you how things are going. Thank you.